Do you know how scary it is for a zombie to discipline itself? Not long ago, he was an arrogant little cell among the zombies, just because he saw the war between humans and zombies. He didn't understand why zombies wanted to eat people when they saw them. He also didn't understand why humans slaughtered zombies. He thought that if he wanted to survive in the last days, he had to become stronger. That is to say, he started his self-disciplined life from that day on. It's not swimming every day, circling the earth a few times, or lifting the barbell continuously until exhausted. Even the protein powder is full of chicken buckets a day, and even dancing a few sections of the Compendium of Materia Medica with Coach Lou at night. In this way, under the self-discipline of the Flying Man for several months, he succeeded. Now he has strength and wisdom in one body. In order to change human beings' views on zombies, he travels to various human disaster sites every day. When a plane crashes, he arrives at the scene in time. After receiving the plane, even the extremely fast train that was out of control, he stopped it with one hand, and even saved countless human cubs at the scene of the fire in the building by himself. On this day, he came to a convenience store to buy eggs, and he didn't show a satisfied smile until the truck was full. But at this moment, he found out that his little brother was wanted again. At the same time, a few reporters appeared in the grass beside them. It turned out that they thought it was nonsense for the zombies to pick up the plane and stop the train with their bare hands. But in the next second, they were stunned by the scene in front of them. The zombies raised their hands and lifted a truck full of goods. As soon as they were ready to jump, the ground was instantly torn apart. Then in a simple January, Jiangxi directly broke through the atmosphere and came to the universe. After circling half of the earth, he landed in a deserted place. Seeing the scene in front of them, countless zombies said excitedly that the king has finally returned. The zombie cub on the side asked, "Zombie, you are so quick, why didn't you drive back?" Jiangxi said embarrassingly that he had never passed the second subject. It turns out that this is an area ruled by zombies, and he chose a place to live in order to avoid humans. He ordered the zombies to attack with eggs instead of human flesh, and then he came to his office. As soon as the door was opened, zombies of rank 6 to 3s were greeted, and they all said hello to the king in unison. Then he took out a Gu's wanted list and gave him a Gu's wanted list. A Gu quickly apologized, saying that he couldn't control himself when he saw a human body. The zombie in a suit said, "Although our zombie territory is still expanding, in order to avoid humans, we have changed several capitals. Boss, just let us go, let us work for so long, you haven't seen me, I chainsawed his mother gave birth, you know Gooba." Human beings are very scary words, and the sound of human combat aircraft can be heard before finishing the territory. It turns out that human beings already knew this area occupied by zombies, and this time they brought a nuclear bomb to destroy them. At this time, the zombies also realized that humans were coming to attack, and all of them volunteered to fight, but the zombies let them leave with ordinary zombies, and he himself went to see what humans wanted to do. At this time, the human sea, land, and air have already gathered their troops, and at the same time invited Xiao Wu from the Sword Club of the Abnormal Human Academy to help deal with the zombie revenge. At this time, another group that provoked the war pressed the mechanism button, and countless human beings were imprisoned in an iron cage, and they were released in an instant, serving as bait, surrounded by countless zombies. At this time, the army received a signal from humans calling for help, and marched towards the hostage's location with firepower, but the girl in front of her suddenly said, "Why can't the zombies in front of me be killed?" In the distance, two zombie cubs were cuddling tightly. Just when they thought they were dead, when they looked up, the zombies were actually helping them block bullets. The army suddenly took out a bazooka and fired it directly at the zombies, detonating the scene in an instant, and the flames spread immediately. "Brother, we seem to have blown up the wrong person. That person just now seems to be the zombie masked man who has been helping us all the time. Damn, why didn't you say it earlier?" After the thick smoke cleared, the zombie stood there unscathed. At the same time, the commander on the combat plane said that before he could finish his sentence, the zombie boss appeared in the small 5B area. The lunatic jumped off the plane. At this time, people from another group of organizations saw that the civilians were rescued, and then they launched Plan B. After they pressed a button, countless zombies started to riot, and one of the green-headed monsters mutated, turning into an extremely tall zombie in just 3 seconds. At this time, the army received an order to rush to Area B for support. The captain who just bombed the wrong person hurriedly ran towards the zombies. When the zombies found him, he was already carried by the captain and rushed forward, directly through the zombies into the carriage, and then proceeded to Area B. At this time, the zombie boss grabbed a bus and threw it straight at the humans. When the danger was about to happen, Xiao Wu came directly to the scene, swung the bus with a knife, and was cut in half in an instant, and then pretended to say, "You go first before the civilians, and leave it to me here." Then he asked, "Zombie, are you in pain?" Hearing the words, the zombie roared, as if expressing anger, and rushed towards Xiao Wu in the next second, thinking about tearing the human into pieces. But Xiao Wu directly used a Kazakh, and easily cut and killed the zombies in seconds. Just when he put away his knife and was about to take an early vacation, he found a person suddenly appearing next to the zombie. After a closer look, it turned out to be a zombie. He said sadly to his old friend, "It's not your fault, I'm sorry, we lost control." When Xiao Wu heard him and the zombie calling himself, we knew that he was also a zombie, and then drew his knife, trying to release the big move again. But when he was facing zombies at this level, it was like Shokuin meeting Daben, and he could not fight back after 2 or 3 blows. The commander on the plane was so angry that he jumped off the plane.